like to enter into the record a letter received from Council President Anderson. Dated December 30th, 2025. Dear Mrs. Zeladon, please note that I am giving up my title of President of the City of New Brunswick City Council as of January 1st, 2026. I will be staying on, however, as councilman. Sincerely, John A. Anderson.
Thank you. With that in mind, we're going to go into the reorganization matters. And so the first thing that we need to do is call for an election of a temporary chairperson, and that would be Mr. T.K. Chen. So if I can get it on.
I nominate Mr. Shannon as temporary chairperson.
Second. Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Gaskin.
Yes.
Councilmember Secor Ludwig.
Yes.
Council Vice President Castaneda.
Yes.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to call for nominations for council president for the city council of the city of New Brunswick for the remainder of this particular calendar year term 2026. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Councilman Castaneda for presidency of the city council.
Is there a second?
Very happy to second the nomination.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, roll call.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Gaskin.
Yes.
Councilmember Secor Ludwig.
Yes.
Council Vice President Castaneda.
Yes.
I would ask the clerk to please swear in our new council president so he can take his appropriate seat.
Thank you.
I'm lefty.
Oh.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so I
I,
state your name.
Manuel Castañeda,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Council President
Council President
of the City of New
of the
Brunswick
City of New Brunswick,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my abilities.
so help me God.
So help me God.
As is appropriate, I'll turn the meeting over to the council president. Congratulations, council president.
Thank you.
And, at this time, the meeting is yours.
Yes. Just make quick remarks. I'm only an hour. But I so I just want to say that I'm deeply honored and grateful to have been chosen by my colleagues to serve as president of the New Brunswick City Council. This role carries both responsibility and trust, and I accept it with humility, pride, and a strong commitment to New Brunswick and to the people of our city. New Brunswick is a community defined by its diversity, resilience, and shared belief that progress happens when we work together. I want to take this moment to thank Mayor Cahill for his leadership and partnership. I look forward to working closely with him as we continue moving New Brunswick forward. To my fellow council members, thank you for your confidence and collaboration. While we may come from different perspectives and bring those perspectives to the table, we are united in one common purpose: serving our city and our residents. I want to recognize our city administrators, department directors, and liaisons, and the municipal staff. Your dedication, expertise, and day-to-day work are the backbone of the city. Council's work is only effective because of your commitment to public service, and I look forward to continuing a productive working relationship. As council president, my goal is to foster thoughtful deliberation, responsive to the needs of our city and residents. We will face challenges, but we'll also look to seize opportunities, to strengthen neighborhoods, support families and businesses, and ensure New Brunswick remains a city where everyone has a chance to succeed. To the residents of New Brunswick, thank you for your engagement and trust. You are the reason we serve. I'm excited about what we can accomplish together. Thank you, and let's get to work. All right, and I now get nominations for Vice President of the New Brunswick City Council.
Councilwoman Gaskins has shown great leadership, and I happily nominate her for Vice President of City Council.
Can I get a second?
I will enthusiastically second the nomination.
Roll call.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Gaskin.
Yes.
Councilmember Sikora Ludwig.
Yes.
Council President Castaneda.
Yes. Congratulations.
State your name. Dr. Gaskin. Do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. Of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear true faith. That I will bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. And allegiance to the same. And to governments established. And to the governments established. In the United States. In the United States. And in this state. And in this state. Under the authority of the people. Under the authority of the people. I do further solemnly swear. I do further solemnly swear. That I will faithfully. That I will faithfully. Impartially. And impartially. And justly perform. And justly perform. All the duties of. All the duties of. The office of Council Vice President. Of the office of Council Vice President. Of the City of New Brunswick. Of the City of New Brunswick. According to the best of my ability. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. So help me God.
So since Manny's remarks took an hour, I'm going to take 5. I'm going to be very quick. Even though the voters and the residents of the city of New Brunswick didn't take part today, I want to make sure that everyone knows that they're very important to me and important to the council, and I'm always thinking of them. And it is with great humility of serving in this position to continue to further serve our residents. Former council president is not here today, but I do want to acknowledge him and Cynthia for his great leadership, and I am truly looking forward to working and learning more from Manny and all that he does, and looking forward to supporting him. I want to take a special acknowledgement to all the directors and all the staff of the city of New Brunswick. There is many people who dedicate their days, dedicate their time of solving problems that we don't even see, that go unrecognized by us. But I want you to know how truly grateful we are for all the work that you do. Every single moment, even when no one sees it and no one knows all the tremendous effort that you have done, we know that you are doing this, and it is your vital work in making the city move forward. And it does not go unrecognized, and thank you very much. And of course, to all my fellow council members, I'm looking forward to another great season of just doing the work that gets the city done. And with that, let's turn it over to Manny.
Great, thank you. So now we will proceed with the regular matters of the meeting. There is no public hearing. We don't have any ordinances for discussion on second reading. We do have one ordinance on first reading, an ordinance to amend and supplement the revised general ordinances of the city of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10, 20, Handicap Parking, Sections 10.20.010, Schedule 39, parking zones for handicapped persons, adding 262 Townsend Street, Apartment C, 178 Sedam Street, 193 Howard Street, 78 Walton Street, and 116 Livingston Avenue, Apartment 404.
Move the ordinance setting down Wednesday, January 24th, at 5:30 p.m. St. Louis Field.
Second.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Sikora Ludwig.
Yes.
Council Vice President Gaskins.
Yes.
Council Councilman Castaneda.
Yes. Thank you. Moving on to resolutions 1 through 24. At this point, do any of my fellow council members have any questions or comments on the resolution? No? All right. Moving on, at this time, we are preparing to open the meeting to public comment on the resolutions only for up to 5 minutes per person. One time up, any members of the public wish to speak on the resolutions, please approach the council.
Good evening, council members. I'm Charlie Prattville, Stam Street, editor of New Brunswick Today. It's an honor to be the first speaker of the year. Wanted to ask about Resolution 5. So I see liaisons appointed for a variety of boards and commissions. I see, Mr. President, you're doing double duty, Parking Authority and Human Relations. Were you already the liaison to Human Relations?
Yes.
Okay, and can you tell me, did they do anything last year? Did they have any meetings? Did they?
There were no meetings of the public relations committee last year.
Human Relations.
I'm sorry, human relations, sorry.
Okay, do you know why that is, or the, no need, or?
There was no need at that point.
Okay, I mean, do you know why the Human Relations Commission was created?
To deal with human relations issues.
And what does that mean?
You know what, Mr. Cotterill, I mean, at this point in time, they haven't been met. If you want, I can definitely look into it if you want a more detailed explanation. At this point, there was no need for them to meet, and so, you know, kind of.
I would love for you to look into it. I do think that there could be a role for them. In most of my time here, I don't think they've, had but 1 or 2 meetings over a decade or so. But it's my understanding that in some towns, I don't know if New Brunswick's one of them, these kinds of commissions were created in response to problems between the police and the community, or unfortunate instances of police violence. And of course, last year we did have a very serious and fatal tragedy with the loss of Deborah Terrell. And I guess I'm just curious who's in charge of the Human Relations Commission, or why they didn't call a meeting at all last year.
I'll look into it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're going to continue with the Parking Authority. I know you've made it a point to attend as many of the meetings as you can there. Unfortunately, the next meeting is kind of a conflict because they meet at 5 p.m. and you guys meet the same exact day at 5:30 p.m. So I just wanted to...
I believe they changed the meeting to a different date, if I'm not mistaken.
The Parking Authority changed.
Correct.
Oh, good. That's why I bring these things up. So I'm glad to hear that might have happened. Mr. Anderson's not here, so I won't ask about the Citizen Advisory Council, Senior Citizen Advisory Council. But I did also want to ask about the matters with Mr. Santos. I see Antonio Santos Martinez is a professional engineer. He's stepping into a couple of roles that I'm not sure who was in those roles before, but obviously the prior director of the DWE, Department of Public Works and Engineering, stepped down at the end of the year. And I just want to ask, is there any plan to replace him or reorganize that department? Because it's apparent that, Mr. Santos is stepping in to some of these roles. What's the plan for that department overall?
We are still waiting to hear from the mayor as to the official nomination of who he decides that he can appoint as he's the one with the power to do so. My understanding is that Victor Flair, who is our superintendent of Public Works, will be stepping in as acting director of Public Works and Engineering.
Okay, good to know. That's important information. I guess the only other matter I'd like to ask about is the appointment of municipal prosecutors and public defenders. I think these are the same folks that we've had in the past. Has the city found that 2 prosecutors and 2 public defenders is meeting the needs of those roles, or are those folks overwhelmed?
I haven't heard anything different. Mr. Shanley, do you have anything to add?
Actually, we have 3 prosecutors. One is an outside conflict prosecutor. So we have 3 prosecutors and 2 public defenders, and that number of staff is sufficient to assist the municipal court with prosecution and public defender investigations.
Okay, that's all I have on the resolution. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I just wanted to make my own personal comment, in reference to something brought up, just to get on the record. So the purpose of the Human Relations Committee was to just generate general understanding and promote the quality of residents. And that takes many forms. I know that when I was on the Human Relations Commission, a lot of focus became on Arts Council, and that was part of what the demonstrators that I did. I asked for there to be a new council liaison to the Arts Council because their mission was one. I will say on the record, and I will make it very clear, I think the idea of, a task force, et cetera, commission about police enforcement should be separate from this commission because the membership matters. The membership of the Human Relations Committee is set forth in our city code, and if that were to happen, it should be some very intentional thought who is on it, instead of just taking a board with a set of commissions that authorizes certain people to be on it, and then having those people look at a topic that I don't think that they would be appropriately tasked to do so. And I'll say that on the record, no offense to anyone on that committee. Some of them are very wonderful people. I do not think they would have the understanding and expertise to talk eloquently on such an issue. So that's just my comment, and thank you for allowing me to say it.
Any more public wishing to discuss the resolution? Seeing none?
Move the resolution. Second.
Councilmember Escobar. Yes. Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Socorro Ludwig.
Yes.
Council Vice President Gaskins.
Yes.
Council President Castaneda.
Yes. All right. Any items of discussion by council? Does the council have anything that they wish to discuss? Take a moment, Mr. Lewis, if you don't mind, just adding some updates of things that were proposed in the past.
President, Vice President, congratulations and thank you for the opportunity to give you the update. As it relates to the questions on the firehouse, the new firehouse construction, the numbers are, they progress as we move the process, but I can tell you that projected design plans, the projected cost is $19.5 million. That will be for the construction of the building. Doesn't include the other pieces that are still in the works. As it relates to the Easton Avenue intersection, pedestrian protection, the intersection is monitored. We are keeping an eye on it, and we're always looking to improve pedestrian protection, so I'll continue to keep you abreast of what we find there. Those are the only 2 updates I have on this.
Great, thank you. All right, we are preparing to open the meeting up for public comment, for up to 5 minutes per person, 1 time up. If any members of the public wish to speak during this public comment portion of the meeting, please approach the council.
Eric Stewart, Jamesburg. Council Vice President, in regards to your comments, will the council be pursuing or advocating for the creation of such a commission that would specifically deal with police-related matters?
Can't speak on that, this is the first time I got brought up.
I prepared a few recommendations for the council to consider that might enhance the mental health crisis response for the residents of New Brunswick. I'd like to leave them with somebody and if possible, have the council provide feedback at the next meeting.
Thank you, we'll definitely take it into consideration. You can handle the clerk.
Thank you.
Anyone else for public comment?
Good evening, once again. Charlie Braddock, Brunswick Today. I had the pleasure of meeting with you last year and speaking about some ways we can improve these meetings, things like improving audio quality so that people can hear throughout the room, perhaps even moving to a better room like the one across the street, having live interpretation for people who speak Spanish or prefer Spanish, allowing remote access, and live streaming the meetings. tonight I'm attempting to live stream from my mobile phone on the New Brunswick Today YouTube channel, but I really think this is something where the city could step up and do better. And now that we have a new council president and it's a new year, what do you say? What do you think we can do to make these meetings more accessible and, more informative so people can actually participate more?
As I told you the last meeting, we spoke after the meeting. I'm happy to look at that stuff, talk to the city administration, and see what's feasible and what's feasible.
Okay. Well, I know the new vice president, and by the way, congratulations to both of you. I know the new vice president is a liaison to the Board of Ed, so she comes to those meetings, and surely she sees that the Board of Ed does have live translation and live interpretation for Spanish speakers, so it can be done. It is viable, and there's so much more we could do. So I ask you to look not just at other boards and commissions in New Brunswick, but again, look at other towns. Look at what they're doing, and ask yourself how New Brunswick can catch up or even do better than other towns. I want us to be the best, and I'm sure you do too. And so in terms of transparency and accessibility, we've got a long way to go. And I hope that this can be the year that we actually move forward on some of these things, because as you know, I've been coming to these meetings for, it seems too long. But I want to see these changes happen, and it's something that they keep getting brought up year after year, and not much has changed. So I hope that in that spirit we can make some change together. I also wanted to follow up on the idea of a police commission. I actually did call for that at your last meeting, and I think that that would be very wise. I agree, shoehorning it into another commission doesn't make good sense, but I don't think there is such a commission or an appropriate commission, which is why folks are showing up wherever they can to speak, whether it's here, across the street at the county meetings. And it's very clear there are police issues. We've had a new chief since the beginning of 2024, so he's now 2 years in, and we haven't seen him at a single city council meeting. So I think that's probably area number one where we can do better, is have the police chief and our mayor be more visible and more present and more accessible. Because right now we're way behind other towns. Other towns are being more transparent about police activity, the work that they're doing, and those leaders of those departments are more accessible. And here we're not seeing that. I also wanted to thank Mr. Julis for the follow-up on the fire department, and I'm glad to see the city finally moving ahead with that. Public safety is one of the top concerns for our residents here, and I think that long overdue to get this new fire headquarters under construction and up and running. So I'm glad to see some progress, and thank you for bringing that update unprompted. I also wanted to ask about the parking authority. I think affordability is another issue that many New Brunswick residents care about, and those tickets are killing us. And it's my understanding that every ticket issued by the New Brunswick Parking Authority for years, perhaps decades, is illegitimate. 2 reasons for that. One is they're supposed to have the police chief certify the eligibility of every parking enforcement officer, and that was not being done. I'm now told that it will be done going forward, but that does nothing to cure the long-standing violations of state law. Additionally, there's supposed to be training, an approved training course, and we've discussed this over the past several months. I asked at the December meeting of the Parking Authority Board, who provides the training? They said it's a third-party provider. I said, who is the provider? No one could say. So I see we have a representative of the Parking Authority here. Can we find out who provides the training for our parking enforcement officers?
You can certainly talk to them after the meeting. What I will tell you is that I did look into it, like I said I would, and my understanding is that your request is going to be honored in terms of the information coming to you.
Oh.
And if
I
you
know
don't
my
get
time's up, so
it expeditiously, just let me know.
So, well, I got the response today, and they said there's no contract. So that's the response. I still don't know who this mystery provider of training is for our parking enforcement. It should be an easy question. It should be very easy. If there's a company that does it, it's an outside company, they have a name. Can you please ask Mr. Delgado their name?
Mr. Delgado, are you prepared to answer this question?
The only thing I'm prepared to say is that I know he's engaged in conversation with Parking Authority attorney, so I guess the answer that he's seeking is going to be done, is going to be sought through the Parking Authority attorney.
Okay, I do have a letter for the council members. I'll hand it out to you. Mr. Anderson's and hand deliver that one. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Hi there. Last one, State Street. I'll give it a minute when you're ready. Okay. April 9th, 43 Stand Street in Brunswick. First I want to say congratulations to our new council president, vice president. I'm very excited for you and the new leadership that you're bringing to the council. I would love to, provide some of my time with you for you to just share about your priorities and accomplishments that you want to pursue in this next year of your term leading the council.
For me personally, it's about, leading the council, working with the council in terms of meeting the needs of, as I stated in my opening remarks, the city and the people.
Are there particular issues that you're most intended to prioritize?
I think all issues are important, so I'm not gonna sit here and pick priorities, but we're gonna do the people's business.
Ms. Gaskins, do you have anything that you'd like to share on what your priorities are that you are most inclined to work on?
So it's just remediation, making sure people have access to affordable housing, and for, not just affordable units, but that people low incomes, are able to, have access to secure shelter.
Appreciate that. And then, going back to a comment that you made earlier about, the commission related to police issues with the community, I agree that that's something that we certainly need. I know that you said that you can't speak for the council as to whether this is something that the council will recommend and advocate for, but is this something that you personally would like to see happen in New Brunswick and that you personally intend to pursue?
Not prepared to answer that.
One of the topics that I asked about at a meeting, I think about a month ago, is the healthcare kiosks in the city. There's a resolution to renew that program, and I just asked if you could have information on how well utilized that program is and how the program is going. So I think it's a great program, and I'd love to hear more about that. Do you have any information yet on that?
I don't have that, but I can get that to you.
I think that's really
Sorry.
I could advise the council that the county maintains, controls, repairs, monitors those kiosks. So they may be the better source to ask with respect to the utilization of those particular supplies that are in there and how often they have to replenish it.
That's a county question.
Okay, I'll certainly inquire with the county, but I also think it would be a valuable thing to know in the city as well, for our council members as well. So if that's something you can look into for a future meeting to share with everyone in these city council meetings, I think that would be helpful. Thank you.
Anybody else for public comment? Seeing none?
Close the meeting, Mayor.
Oh, yes, sorry.
I just want to point out, and I know the council's very aware of this, each of our departments in the city are here, department heads that come to all meetings, where they're well represented. And they're here for the public engagement. So if any member of the public would like to speak to our department heads, they're here for that purpose.
Thank you. All right, hearing that, this concludes the public comment and business of the agenda this evening. I have a motion.
Second.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes?
Councilmember Ferguson.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Secor Ludwig. Yes. Vice President Gaskins. Yes. Council President Castaneda.
Yes, have a good evening, everyone.
live stream working better. I had to use my phone, and it's actually live streaming this right now. Hello. Thanks for watching.